Hello everyone, Charlie Patterson here from our ranch in Sisters, Oregon, and the sun is just starting to come up. I'm looking out at the gorgeous Cascade Mountains in Three Sisters right behind my phone in our view, and I am reminded about the importance of vision. My background, if those of you that I haven't had the opportunity meeting yet, I was a childhood athlete in high school. Rose to great success in high school, that I was recruited to college for football as well as track and field Division I, and then went on to become a professional wakeboarder, one of the pioneers of the sport in the early 90s through 2000s, and then joined Nu Skin February 1st, 2004. And I have been a Blue Diamond for 21 years, coming up on 21 years of being team elite in just a few months, and have been with the company for 22 years. I have 5 children with 2 births who all share the exact same birthday, and 1 wife. We went from 1 child to 5 kids in approximately 5 months back in 2017, 2018. My wife is also a professional athlete. She was the very first WWE Diva Search winner and had a great 10-year plus professional athletic career in the ring, and then great career post her in-ring experience as an executive and part of the creative team in wrestling. And today, I would say we are professional parents and working on what we've learned in principles that we've applied to business, to athletics, to our marriage, and now to our children. I'd like to talk about vision today because it's a common conversation, a daily conversation regarding my own personal coaching with leaders that I'm working with in my team, sidelines, and working with people and really crafting their vision and the importance of a vision. So let's talk about what a vision statement is. And I'm looking at chat right now. Chat says a vision statement describes a desired future state, provides direction and focus, aligns decisions, habits, and priorities, and inspires long-term commitment and action. And I love what it says because I don't believe I could have said it as well as chat just did here. What it's not a goal, it's not a to-do list, and it's not a mission statement. Mission equals what you do now. Why mission matters. A strong vision guides daily decisions, creates consistency during challenges, helps say no to distractions, right? Something that is definitely a skill to be learned. Aligns people, teams, and families. Vision turns effort into progress. Simple formula: vision equals who you are becoming plus what you are building plus why it matters. And society, if you're familiar with Simon Sinek's work, start with why, begin with why, and really looking at my own life and what I've seen has given me the long-term vision, the long-term commitment to what is required to create success in doing the daily activities with delayed gratification. Reading The Compound Effect today, studying The Compound Effect and reading 5 pages daily, answering 3 questions. What did I learn? What am I going to apply to my business? And then how I'm going to apply it. Really goes back and anchors into Simon Sinek's work of why, what, how. And society, we are taught to go how, what, why, which my experience generates a failure rate or quitting rate of 95% of people that just continue to start up on new things over and over and over because they're not applying the principles. And I believe that people don't understand or believe that I have gone through these same feelings of frustration and challenge and resistance that everyone else goes through. I just have been willing to, and my wife has been willing to put in the consistent daily action and learn to become competent in the space by developing the skills through repetition, and that practice makes improvement. And so as we apply all these principles and starting with why, right? The anchor here in the way that I feel aligned with the vision that I have and what I'm able to see. Our thoughts And our feelings are communicated the way that our brain communicates in thoughts, our heart communicates in feeling. What we're intentionally guiding or desiring to create is a harmony between my thoughts and my feelings. That my feelings and my thoughts are in equal vibration, frequency, and energy, right? There is alignment here. There is harmony. There is resonance. And to begin with why? Why would we do something? And that is the point, or starting with why helps us anchor into exactly what the vision is that outcome. The outcome, reading the last chapter of the book first, right? Of a thriller or an action book. Watching the last 5 minutes of an action movie or a thriller so that we know the outcome. And so that just imagine if you did that, right? Which would ruin the emotion, it would remove or limit or reduce the roller coaster that one goes on while they're reading or watching, right? If you know the outcome when you begin, you're more likely to be neutral with your feelings and emotions, which I've found my feelings and emotions, they lie to me. They lie to me. They're not accurate. They don't portray accurately what's going on in the moment. And if I'm relying on those feelings on whether I'm going to move forward with something or not, well, the result of that, I believe, without anchoring to why we're doing it, a strong anchor that will allow us and help us push through the obstacles, the resistance, the challenge that is necessary, that is required, right, for achievement. And why is it required? Well, because if I am the person to receive the outcome that I desire, then I would already have it. Yet what's required is for me to grow with the law of sacrifice, that resistance is equal to the reward. If the reward that I have is because I've gone through this resistance. Now the pendulum swings equally. So for me to get a greater reward, then I have to go through greater resistance. Right? And this is timeless. This applies to all things. This applies to me going to the gym and putting myself under greater strain, under greater resistance. And then I have to feed the machine. I have to give it the nourishment, the protein, the vitamins, the minerals, and the phytonutrients that I need for my body to build, right? To give me the reward for the resistance that I put myself through. And so when we look at a vision statement, when you're working on your vision, I encourage you, if you don't have a vision, if you're not able to see a movie playing in your mind, then there's work to do to put pencil to paper, right? And write it out. And I work with this weekly with leaders on their vision. And I have them write their vision, share their vision with me with the intention of writing it down daily. Beginning and ending, bookending our days with our vision, putting into motion, okay, the achievement of that as Chat said, that it sets us up to win, that we are more likely to align our daily actions to ultimately create a habit that moves us toward that vision with success. Earl Nightingale's definition of success that I have adopted years ago is forward progress towards a worthy goal. So what do I have to have? I have to have a worthy goal, vision, and I have to take forward progress towards it. And daily consistency is key. Compound effect, reinforcing and rewarding the small things every day that we do or that we don't do creates a dramatic exponential result over a long period of time. So my recommendation for you in vision and what's important, begin with the thoughts. Begin with what you are able to see in your mind when you close your eyes. All right, what is the outcome you see? And I encourage you to see it. Who's around you? Who's observing, right? If you're walking across the stage in Japan at Nu Skin Live this year, and you're there because you earned the Japanese success trip, or Japan success trip, or you went to Shanghai before the live, or in conjunction with the live because you qualified from Europe. Well, what is that vision you have? Are you lined up to walk out on stage? Who's in front of you? Who's behind you? When you walk out on stage, who's in the audience? Who's cheering you on? Who's emotional? Is your family there? Are your kids there? Is your partner there? Your spouse? Your senior partners? Who is there? Who's been invested in this journey with you? Who's coming along the journey with you? See it. See it. What are you wearing? Do you have that suit for recognition? Do you have that dress, right? Is it hanging up that you can see it every single day that you know, and ask yourself, what is what I'm doing right now moving me towards that vision or away from it? Now, once you have the visualization and you're able to see that movie, okay, in your mind's eye, a movie playing in your mind. Every time I think of a vision, I think of a movie playing. Then what is the feeling you have? A visualization and feelingization. What is the feeling that you have when you're about to walk on stage, and the nervousness, the excitement, the anxiousness, oh my gosh, the feeling of like, man, this was so worth it, right? There's just like giving birth to a child. At the moment that birth happens and the baby is sitting, you're holding in your arms or sitting on your chest, it was all worth it, right? It was all worth it. I would do it again. What's the feeling you have? And here's what you know when you have your vision right, that it will bring you to tears. It'll bring you to tears. Now, I'm intentionally looking at the mountains because my vision has been for 18 years, before I ever bought our Mountain View Ranch, before I even met my wife. And today I include my wife's name in my vision. Many of you heard me say my vision. And it is what anchors me to every single day and the actions that I need to take, and the man that I must continue to work and become and live into to fulfill that vision. That just on the other side of this camera are two rocking chairs. And my wife are sitting in those rocking chairs, holding hands, in love with each other, as we watch our grandchildren play with their children, and our children approach us and thank us for loving them and protecting them and teaching them to thrive in life. That's the end of the story. That's the outcome right here that attracted the ranch that we own, the property, the mountain view, and the rocking chairs. That for over 18 years, it's been my vision. That required us, creating success in business and having the amount of money that will allow us to buy this ranch and to live the lifestyle that makes all of that possible. That our kids are brought up with examples that they would come and thank us for because they applied them and thrived in life. It doesn't have to be long. I can write that vision out in minutes. I can state it in seconds. And every time it brings me to tears. It's emotional. And so I encourage you, get clear on your vision. Write it out every day. And watch what happens in your daily actions. Now, we have upcoming master classes going to be announced this week that'll start in March. And an amazing opportunity to learn, even if you were not around and personally mentored by Nathan Ricks, that you have the opportunity to register for a special release of Nathan's videos from on stage and from lives that he did for his legacy. One of the greatest networkers in the history of network marketing, considered by many one of the top 3 in the history of the DSA. A man that worked for over 3 decades, long past, the financial needs of passive income to be in the B quadrant with the cash flow quadrant of Robert Kiyosaki's. Why? because he told me that people made decisions, life-changing decisions based on advice and guidance that he gave them and his vision that he shared. And he felt the responsibility to continue to show up for 3 decades before retiring. Now, Nathan has passed as of a few years ago in a tragic plane crash, a jet crash in Provo, Utah. But we have Nathan's footage and learnings and lessons to apply every area of our life. As my chosen second father, the godfather of my son, Hemi, that I encourage you, sign up for this opportunity to learn from Nathan each and every week through these videos. You'll see that coming out in emails from OTG regarding the masterclass, as well as Nathan's legacy. Charlie Patterson from Our Ranch in Sisters, Oregon. Make sure that you have your vision. It brings you to tears and you're able to share it with others. And I'll see you at one of our upcoming events. Be well.